All right, let's talk a little bit about TrendSynth. So, TrendSynth.app is an application that helps you come up with business ideas. Basically, we turn global trends into your next venture. We use Reddit, Pinterest, TikTok, Meta, Google Trends, data-backed business opportunities for professional market intelligence. So just to give you a little bit of idea what we do here, this is just kind of the home page. We got a few pricing things here, real time, how we calculate the success, designed for 1% of the founders, and then we've of course got the different tiers here. But let's just go ahead and get started. We're going to sign in with me and then see what happens. Okay. So as you can see, this is a dashboard. We've got your iteration lab. This is where I was the last time I logged in. Usually, whenever you log in, it's going to look something like this. And the only reason why it still looks like this is because the last time I logged in, I had this as a generation the last time I was here. But let's imagine you wanted to generate an idea. Well, do you want to generate Reddit trends? Do you want to go from Google Trends? What are people talking about on Pinterest, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, all that good stuff? Let's just try Google. Do we want to keep it global to where it searches the whole world? Do we want it to be the US, the UK, Europe, Asia, Latin America, Africa? That's on you. Do you want to generate the idea? So let's just do global. Google Trends Global. We're going to generate a few ideas here. If you scroll down a little bit here, you'll see that we've got a live. Google is analyzing for us. It'll take a few minutes, but once it syncs, you'll see a few of these cards here. We'll make some changes to tell you how many ideas, how many are high velocity, and what market signals, how many market signals we got. I think I need to change this count because this continuously increases based off of, 35. So here we go. Private Edge AI personal server. We got BioSync longevity coaching, auth human verification service, neighborhood energy exchange, focus flow. Each one of these, you can see they have a velocity score. It's basically how many people are talking about it. So if you have a lot of people talking about it, the velocity score is going to be higher. If you have less people talking about it, it's going to be lower. So maybe let's look and see which one of these private personal server. Let's see what this is all about. It says this is a high tech. So let's just click on this. When we click into this, we can see, of course, the growth and velocity, the market cap. It has high potential, but it's a pretty complex idea to try to work on. So it's a plug and play hardware and software solution that hosts large language models locally. It allows users to use high-level AI assistants without sending private data to the cloud. We also have some market proof here. You can click on this right here. I'm not sure if in the recording you'll be able to see the window that it opens to, but I'll click on it. And from me, you can see that Google is thinking and it sees mainstream privacy first standards. So it kind of gives you a little bit of verification that it is an actual idea that's backed by some type and sort of data. We'll go back into here. Now what we can do, we can save this to the lab, or we can click through and find other ones. So let's keep looking here. What do we think? This is clear hydration. Maybe we want to try and let's try. We've got filters up here too now. If you want something that's a little less difficult, you can change the difficulty too. Usually that's doesn't show black. I don't know why that's doing that, but I'll check that bug. All right, so we'll say low. Focus flow, not high velocity, but let's see here. Design firm specializing in retrofitting home and corporate offices for neurodivergent individuals. Moderate. Digital certification agency that verifies content, articles, videos, art was created by humans. Okay. Let's see. As of 2026, from niche concept to critical trust building mechanism. All right. Let's save this to the lab. This one is called auth human verification. All right, now let's go and view it into the lab. So you can see now here, we've got our lab here. We've basically got, there's a few different views that you can select here if you like different views, but we've basically got a Kanban board here that you can go through and then you can iterate on the ideas too. So it's not just an ideas generator, it's an iteration tool, build tool, a little bit of everything. So auth human verification service, right? So we can click here on this research lab. We could click on the tab itself. We could push it to the next phase here, but if we click on the tab itself, it's just going to open that card up that we saw a minute ago, and then it's automatically going to go into the research lab. So we don't have any resources, but as you can see here, if you're doing research, you can take notes. You can put notes in here. You have resources. If you've done your own research, you can put resources within here, adding the links, giving it a title. We have deep research. This is a good tool. It also puts the verifiable market proof in here. So whenever I click this start deep research here, it begins giving 3 to 5, placing 3 to 5 things in the sources, but then it also gives you a strategic roadmap and checklist. So I'm going to click this. And while it's doing that in the background, I'm going to go to the brand lab. So there's also a brand lab here. So this is, of course, the more expensive tier, but in this brand lab, whenever I hit generate brand identity, once I generate a brand identity, it's going to give a bunch of different names with also domain names that have a high likelihood of ensuring that the domain is available. You can go in and do your own domain search, but it's also providing names that should have open and available domain names. It gives priority to, of course, the most popular ones, but the most likely ones that are going to be available are what they're going to generate. And you can, of course, put your own name in here too, but I usually like to use the brand lab. Also, you have an AI agent in here too that reads all the context of your resources. It reads your notes, all your brand logic whenever it's changed. You can talk to it. You can ask it questions. You can literally use your microphone and talk to it. Like right now, I can ask it what type of context has it been listening to, and what does it have to provide me and give me insights. Okay. And then I can hit send. Whenever I hit send, give it a second and it'll think. So, I've been listening to the foundational blueprint. Oh, sorry. You're still listening to me there, huh? Just been listening to the foundational blueprint of auth human. Based on your current setup, here's a summary. So the context, I have the problem. It gives you a rundown. So how can I help you right now? Refining the governance. I can help draft specific rules. Market intelligence. Would you like me to add a specific note? We can We can just tell it to add it right to the notes. So what's kind of nice about that too is if you go over here, it adds it right into the notes. Now that we see a little bit about the AI agent here, we'll go back into our deep research tab because now we've got a strategic roadmap. But then you'll also see that it's added a few resources here too. But here in the roadmap, this isn't just a roadmap. These are really checklists too. So if you go from one to the other, make your checklist. Go down the list here. Technical standard alignment, market research, research. So you could probably look, you can do this right here sometimes too. And you could go in here to the AI agent and then let's post that in there. You can also ask if it will add some resources in here for you. You can ask this agent and it will go out and do some searching for you as well. See? So here. This is a critical step because the technical standard ended and acceptable thresholds, products sold based on the research. In technical alignment, this search shows you as a tamper-proof metadata can be stripped when files are uploaded to some social. Your auth human advantage is the hybrid approach. To manifest, use the C2PA Adobe open source tools to create a manifest. Okay. I think we're going to copy this because I think that add to resources, add to notes. I'm going to put the note in there too. I'm going to put the full version of the note in there because I think that's nice to have and continue to have context. Okay, so just giving you some ideas or giving you a little bit of information on how this tool can be used. All right, now let's talk a little bit about the Neural Brand Lab. So what we can do here with this tool, we can also just hit generate a brand identity. So basically what this does is, like I was saying earlier, it generates different names and then also gives you some domain possibilities. I always recommend checking them. 90-something% of the time, the domains are available. It is supposed to build you, as you see, management, Authros, Anthroseal, Kindred Seal, Ethos Proof. I know a lot of things with the AI ethos. There's all of this ethos stuff. I don't really understand because it doesn't seem very human to me, but that's fine. But you can see that there's a little bit of .io, .co. Sometimes you can find one with .com, but I'm pretty sure if you like management.studio or management.io, we could do a domain search on Hostinger, and then we'll check to see if there's an actual domain available here. Let me put it in English so that way you guys can also read it. Let's see here. We said management.io, right? Yeah. So we're going to go. And we'll see if that's available. Yeah, look at that. It's available. And yes, I do use Hostinger, but I don't have any affiliation with them. Just giving you a heads up. All right, so now what you can do here is, let's say we decide to go to management and we click that and we say, okay, now our official name is set to management. Now what we can do, I can also generate brand logos with this name. So we'll do that as well. Let's give it a moment. We're going to generate some brand logos. And you'll see here in just a moment, it will also generate logos for us. Logos are generated. Okay. Let's check the logos. Let's see. What do we think? Here we go. We've got a couple of Couple of logos here. Maybe we want to generate another one. Let's discard these and let's generate another one. I don't like those. Let's do it again. Okay. Oh, that's all of them, huh? Okay. Well, that went a little farther than I was expecting it to go. I think there's a workflow agent here. That's logos generated. All right, let's see the logos here. Okay, it gave us a couple more. We're going to save all of them. Let's go back into the lab again. All right. I'm going to try to discard this. Let me change the device because I think, yeah, let's try that. Save these to the lab. I'm going to regenerate the architecture. But you kind of get an idea now as to what the tool can do. It's regenerating the idea. Let's give it a moment. Because I think it's a pretty nice, okay, design asset synthesize. Okay. So it's changed our React component. So it's given us some components to kind of get started with. It's giving us some different global styles that we can put in here. Here's kind of a preview of what the components will look like. But then it's also giving you kind of a vibe direction too that you can copy, you can paste, you can put inside of, let's say, an AI build tool that you want to build your product with. And then it's also giving you a build prompt. So it's giving you something to get started with. Right now, it's not going to be 100%, ready to go as soon as you put it in there, but it will definitely get you started. What does this say? It says you're the senior lead developer responsible for building Manus Mint with an absolute speed to market and zero delays. Your code must be production grade, performant, and perfectly styled. You must strictly follow the design language, color palette, and component structure provided in the accompanying visual blueprint and CSS exports. Focus on physical meets digital aesthetic, tactical textures, high contrast typography, and fluid transitions. So end-to-end user journey. So look, we got a landing page, so narrative introduction, human only web visual hook with the Manus seal. Authentication, Web3, privy or dynamic, magic link, zero friction entry, core onboarding, so quick profile setup, creator versus auditor versus collector. Okay, the main value loop. So you get an idea here, right? Information architecture for page specs, home vibe authority, hero section, verified, human seal, data model, workflow, kind of gives you a comprehensive build, and then polish and stickiness. So delight features uses scan line. So sometimes you can just one shot it, copy this, and then copy all of this right here. And it's got you set. And then at least you got to start and you got somewhere to go. All right, let me get this off of tablet mode. And so let's see here. So let's say that we've got that on backlog. I think we're a little farther ahead now, right? auth human service, right? So now we're going to put this on actually farther than this. We're probably more in the validation phase now, right? And then, yeah, you go in here and then you can make it till you're ready to launch. But this is kind of the general idea. I'll also show you, if you like, let's say if you live in Europe and you're trying to find ideas, let's do a custom search. Let's do a custom search with let's say construction project management. Um, let's just say construction project management. I'm going to hit synthesize. Now it's automatically doing this, so now I can just kind of click over here to the side. It's synthesizing, look, custom search signals. It's already got it filtered to Europe. So we'll give it a moment and we'll see how many ideas it comes back with. Usually it's about the same amount. But while it's generating, of course, I do have an admin page for myself. This would not be on someone else's account. That's not an active user. But you have a place over here to where you can see your research lab. You can see your brand assets. So all of the things that you've loaded, exported, logos, all the different things. And then you've got your account right here. And let's say you run into a bug or something, you can go down here and then you can click and provide feedback. Okay, Renovate Wave PM Portal, a specialized project management tool for large-scale energy retrofitting projects, integrates with EU grant management. It's a great idea. Carbon Track EU compliance SaaS. I'm sure that there are some tools that are like this, but yeah, I still think it's a good idea. Euro Compliance Navigator. Subrisk Financial Health Hub, a platform that uses financial data and payment history to rank the insolvency risk of subcontractors across the EU. Given the high rate of construction bankruptcies in Germany and the UK, this tool helps PMs vet partners before awarding multi-year contracts. Wow, if that's not niche, I don't know what it is. What is it? As you can see, this found us on Reddit. This was a Reddit thread. High construction costs, elevated financing expense. So that was 2024. It's a little bit of an old share, but I mean, if I've noticed anything. Reddit discussions highlighting lots of insolvencies are making the construction market tough and projects risky. Save that one. That's a good one. Renovate Wave Portal. Public housing authorities. SaaS license fee. EU-backed renovation wave. Let's see what's the market proof here. Minimum, okay, it's because of minimum efficiency standards. I'm, of course, doing a lot of testing in here. I'm not going to try to build all of these ideas, but there are a lot of good ones, I think. So yeah, now you kind of get the idea of what the tool looks like, how it works, what it is. I guess I can show you a little bit of the feedback hub. Let me click here on feedback. So let's imagine you're a user. You want to find, I've got an idea for a new feature. I would like you to go ahead and build a marketing tool for us to start using for us higher tier people. Or could you go ahead and build a tool that allows people to have an MVP before they even leave the application that they can show somebody, maybe in the future. But right now I wanted to get this out here. I do have a lot of other ideas as well. You can report bugs. You can do anything, inquiry, feature idea. This is a new idea. What do you think? Just imagine. Transmit my own feedback to me. Feedback transmitted successfully. So me as the admin now, I'm going to see this here. So usually you see I've got feedback here. I've got things, you can see the ones I've already completed. And now this is pending. This is a new idea. What do you think? Great idea. I plan on getting this better for you in the future. Whatever, just showing you how it works, that it does work. And then if you were a user, you would just go in here to your account, and then you would see your inbox support that somebody has responded. Great idea. Plan on getting this better for you in the future. All right. Well, if you're still watching at this point, thanks for watching. Thank you, and I appreciate you and all of your future cooperation and help. Have a wonderful day.